the trip because of the weather down there.
Yeah, that Hurricane Isaac, it did a number on some folks, did it not?
Yes, it did. All right, we're getting ready for the second half kickoff here. Gladiators will receive. Back deep for the Gladiators, number 28, Jelani Payne, and number 6, Rodney Willingham. On to kick, we assume it's going to be number 11, Joey Gogol, rather.
Yeah, that guy's got a foot, and we saw 47 yards worth of it back there at this first half ended.
Of course.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, that north side Warren Robins Flowery Branch game can also be seen on GPB.com, and you can pick up that game. But I don't know why you would want to leave the Gladiators here, 17-13. We got a heck of a ball game.
Well,
right here
I was kind of hoping you would go there so we could keep our fans updated on the game. You got your handy-dandy laptop there. I just thought it might be interesting to kind of flip back and forth. But anyway.
Well, you should have just told me that.
Well, I tried to write it there. I didn't make good communication.
Oh, kick over his head.
Bobbles the ball. It falls into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback ball come out to the 20.
That's a break for the Gladiators right there, really.
Absolutely was. 17-13, our score. Marist leads our Gladiators by 4.
You know, it's important that you come out here and put up a good offensive showing right here. So.
Well, yeah, we had some momentum there that the kicker from Marist kind of took away from us at the end of the first half there. We got to get that back. So Cameron's under center. And again, Marist does a lot of stunning. Cameron, long count. We switched guys over on the left side. Looks like we got Maxie in motion. And we're going to fake a handoff. Oh, bam. I'll tell you what. If that was Taboda, he's been doing that all night. No, that wasn't Taboda.
No, it wasn't Taboda that time, but he made a heck of a play, whoever it was here.
Well, he blew that play up before it ever got going.
Can't really see that number. Maxie just did not get the block he needed to sustain. And big loss for the Gladiators right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, they read that like they knew what play was called. So we'll call it 2nd and 20-something. Maybe 23 is what the scoreboard's got. And we're in I formation, and Marist really hopping around on the defensive side now, and they stop us for maybe a couple of yards up the middle.
They're giving us a lot of different looks trying to confuse us.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chuck, now you're in a situation you don't want to turn the ball over here. You want to try to get something going and at least just get out of this without Marist getting the ball right here on your goal line. So Cameron, shotgun formation, and now that might be a delay of game. .37 to go, third quarter, and the referees are talking. But I can't think of anything it might be except delay of game. Seems like we took a very long time. And we got illegal procedure. So that's either 5 yards or half the distance. And that's going to make a 3rd and 21, probably a 3rd and 26 now. Well, now they've already got the chains marked where they want them. No, they're moving. So half the distance to the go, it's going to make it 3rd and about 24.
Well, let's see what the Gladiators do here. We're down deep in our own, and of course, as we're watching here, Northside Warner Robins goes on and scores again against Flowery Branch to take a 20-7 lead with the field extra point yet to come.
So Cameron with his hands full. They're backed up to the goal line. Marist trying to Cameron got rid of it. He had some pressure, and he was almost tackled for a safety.
And he's down hurt a little bit. He got
he got blindsided.
Clipped pretty good there.
Boy,
29 coming in from that left side and just gets him right under the shoulder pads. Number 29, Devin Khalil.
He really was. He was in, and that's 2 plays out of 4 that Marist was in our backfield. Untouched, it seemed.
Well, here's a deep spot, boy. We really need to get it out of here.
Yeah, and, Jermaine's got to get a foot in this one. You got to at least get it to midfield here if you got a chance of trying to slow this potent Marist offense down whatsoever. You don't need a shank and don't need a bobble snap. Just need to get a good, clean punt off here.
Good snap.
Nice, high end over end. Going to be received around the 40 by number 22, who makes a move on a Gladiator and carries the ball out of bounds around the 25.
Yeah, 22, Gray King on the carry.
So Marist with a short field to work with. They're on the 26, 1st and 10. So not a good way to start the second half if you're a Gladiator fan.
Drico Statham and Maxey both on the tackle there. So Gladiators pinned deep in their own end zone and unable to move it much. Given good field position, short field here to Marist.
1st and 10. Willis under center, and Marist has a chance to really do some damage here as they pitch it to the left side. And they got a nice wall of blockers set up as they picked up 5, maybe 6 yards around left end.
Yeah, number 97 Miller out there on the tackle, and number 17 Drico Statham.
Well, some more updated scores. We got Dutchtown 17, Griffin 7. That game's in the 3rd quarter. Stevens 14, Franklin 0. That game's at the half. Southwest DeKalb 7-0 out in front of Pebblebrook. That game's in the 3rd quarter. And another updated score. Heritage is pulled within 1, 7-6. Northgate now leads that game in the 4th quarter. Willis pitches out to Gray on the right side, and he's just making guys miss. We can't drag him down, and it takes 5 Gladiators to knock him down around the 7.
Really getting out on the corners on us now, so going to have to make an adjustment here. Yeah, he's making a lot of people miss on that play. That was a good run there.
Well, I'll tell you what, the one thing I'm seeing as far as a difference right now, Chuck, Marist seems to be fresh.
Yeah, Drico Brown on the tackle.
And that's saying something because Clarke Central, I can promise you, is one of the better conditioned teams in the state. Riles makes sure of that. So,
Gladiators jump off sides.
Yeah.
You know, that's
yeah, the man in motion food our defenders.
Well, and that's the nose guard. He's right over the ball. That's just uncalled for. That's just not
smart football.
That's correct. And that's Stovall, too. I mean, that's your senior. That's the guy you're expecting to be.
So Marist now has it 1st and goal on the 4. 17-13, they lead by 4. They're looking for more. Clarke needs a big goal line stand here. Willis, he's going to keep it, and he goes in almost untouched for a touchdown.
I don't think he was touched on that play. That's a big score right there. And Marist came out and did what they wanted to do. They kept us pinned down. They won the field position game and then able to convert and get it into the end zone.
And now for the first time tonight, Marist is up by 2 scores. They are up 10, and they're trying to add an extra point to make it an 11-point lead. And here again, we talked about special teams, Chuck, and now that extra point's looking even bigger as Marist has a chance now to extend this to an 11-point lead. And we jump. Well, we're just not really playing smart football right now.
No, they're calling procedure against Marist on that play.
Oh, well, that's good. I seen a Clarke guy come through the line, and so they back him up. It'll be I guess a 7-8 yard difference now. Where are they kicking from, the 8?
That's it.
Okay.
5-yard penalty.
So now an 18-yard extra point for Marist. And we blocked it.
We blocked it.
Great job. Who was that coming in from the end there?
That looked like number 17, Drico Statham.
Boy, Drico does it all, does he not?
There's no doubt about it. He's a good ball player.
Well, I'm starting to believe Drico's got a big S on his chest underneath that jersey.
He had the big block last week in the scrimmage against North Oconee on the punt and comes in right there.
And it equalizes the missed extra point earlier.
No doubt about it. It keeps us relatively in the ball game. You get a quick score here, and you're only down 3. So back to that north side, Warner Robins, Flowery Branch. North side goes up 28-10 against Flowery Branch. So they're able to put 2 scores back to back. So it can be done.
Wow. And that's at the Branch.
That is at the
Branch.
Branch.
Game is at the Branch.
That's one of the biggest teams that, Buster, I think you saw all last year.
I did, and I've never seen nobody bigger. And I'm going to tell you what, Marist is passing the eyeball test here tonight, but Northside Warner Robins would dwarf that team out there right now. They're just huge. I can't emphasize enough how big that team was. And how many juniors did I hear they had?
42 juniors on their ball
42
squad.
juniors.
We played last year. Yeah.
Crazy. Here's the kick by Gogol. It's going to be an end-over-end kick, and that looks like Payne. Or Willingham, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It was Payne.
So Payne gets it out to about the 20. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Gladiators with 9:04 to go here in the third quarter. Gladiators trail by 10.
Very crucial that we're able to put something together here, Buster.
Yeah, we've got to get something going, and we got to get something going quick because when Marist gets that ball back, I guarantee you
they're going to grind the clock.
You're exactly right. They're going to eat up some clock. 23-13. Cameron with the I formation. 2 receivers to his left side. And again, Marist with that stunning. And that's been throwing our offensive line off. Cameron off a long time. 2 steps back. Throws, got a completion out to the right or left side, and that's good for a 6-yard pickup. Looks like Jaquan Dowdy.
That's
maybe?
Correct. That was Dowdy on the catch. 22 for Marist. Gray King on the coverage.
And we're talking about these guys from Marist, and I know you keep hearing their names a lot, but that's because they got a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball here.
Yeah.
And they're doing a good job. They're like I said, they look fresh.
Marist has always been one of those ball clubs that they keep their best athletes out there, and they require them to play.
Cameron under center, Twins to the right side, and there's a flag.
Yeah, nothing there. 87 Taboda on the tackle.
Illegal procedure
against Gladiator.
And it's all being caused by this stunning that Marist is doing, and it's just smart football. It just, if it works, do it. They're making our guys move. Now Taboda's going to go over to the other side, and that's the other thing. You don't know what side he's ever going to line up on. But he's been in our backfield all evening. So Cameron goes to shotgun. 8:08 to go, third quarter. Marist enjoying a 10-point lead. Johnson rolls right, throws, and it's complete to the 35. Jaquan Dowdy again.
Catch by Dowdy, driven out of bounds by number 19, Nick Carrier.
So, Joe, we just need to get some positive stuff going here, and that's one way to do it, get a couple of first downs and get our feet back under us and see if we can pull this game back to within a score.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, don't have to panic right now.
No, plenty of time.
Just got to be consistent, be fundamentally sound, and make plays right now. Move the ball downfield.
Cameron shotgun. Marist looks like they're stacking the left side of the line. There may be a blitz on here or something. Now they back out. Oh, we jumped again. This time, number 71, Chris Jones.
Well, now Cameron Johnson's talking to the officials. He's walking up. Our guys are complaining that
they're getting drawn.
Yeah. Maybe somebody's yelling out the count, or maybe somebody's jumping. But They can jump
Riles is out on the field too. He's wanting the explanation.
They can jump all they want. They can't cross the line of scrimmage. So
unsportsmanlike conduct on Marist. And Chuck, I think you're exactly right. I think that would be an unsportsmanlike gesture.
That would be the call if they're barking out the count.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Well, that's going. Oh boy, the Marist coach is all the way out on the 40-yard line marker, and he's not too happy. Well, and let's see if that'll. Yeah, unsportsmanlike. That'll be a 15-yarder. That's right.
Yep.
So Clarke with a huge break, and ball's just inside the 50 on the Marist 49.5. And now Gladiators, let's time to make something happen here. Marist still complaining to the officials. They're probably wanting to really make sure what they can and can't do now.
Well, if the officials are hearing it down there, you can complain all you want. It's happening.
Right, and if you've been warned and been assessed 15 yards, you better just stop doing it. Cameron fakes the handoff, looks deep. He's being pressured, flushed out of the pocket, throws downfield, and we
intercepted by 22 King.
Off the hands of Jaquan Dowdy, and King's got some room.
He's got all day.
He's got one man to beat. Cameron makes the touchdown saving tackle on the 24-yard line.
We got a flag on the play. I think
somebody got hit in the back.
Yeah, we're going to have another unsportsmanlike.
There's two flags. I'm telling you what.
On number 32 looks like Brandon Young. He was out there celebrating. He had knocked somebody's block off, but you got to do it in the right way.
Let's see if we can see that replay. Because there was a Gladiator that got up off the ground like he had gotten clipped or blocked from the backside, I think.
Well, the bad thing, I think Cameron forced the issue there. He had plenty of daylight to run on that particular play instead of forcing that ball, and might have forced it on the run, making a throw that he could have picked up another 8 to 10 yards.
But the ball was ricocheted. I think Dowdy got a hand on it. It just bounced into the Marist receiver or defender's hand.
But it was ricocheted because it was a little hot.
Right. Nevertheless, Marist gets the ball 1st and 10 on the Clarke 44.5. Marist comes to the line, and now Willis is going to call a timeout. So we're going to take timeout too. 7:32 to go, third quarter. Your score, Marist 23, Clarke Central 13. So while we got a little timeout here, we want to say thank you to our 2012 corporate sponsors here on GITV. Athens Chevrolet, #1 car dealership in Athens.
Chevy runs deep there, Buster.
Bulldog Signs, trying to bring sports to life. Bulldog Signs here in the Athens, Georgia area. And then, of course, if you get hungry, go on down Baxter Street at the top of the hill before you get to the stadium and check out Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Proud sponsors of Clarke Central Gladiator Athletics and GITV. So, Willis, after the timeout, comes up to the line. It's Marist ball, 1st and 10 on the Clarke 44. They pitch it to the right side. And that's going to be a strong run by number 19, Nick Carrier, who not only carried the ball but carried a couple of Gladiators with him down to the 15-yard line.
48 Eckhart on the tackle with 23 looked like Cruz Solomon. That was not the situation the Gladiators needed right there on that last turn of events. We got to have a stop here.
Oh, man, Drico
Statham just absolutely.
He just laid the wood, and I mean laid it hard, and that's got the Clarke Central fans excited. Beautiful tackle by Drico Statham, the senior, and that Marist guy is still trying to collect his senses on the 36, 37-yard line. Number 21 for Marist, Marcus Miller.
Yeah, he took a heck of a shot on that play.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a play. And Marist's been doing it to us all night, and Clarke finally got into their backfield and blew up a play. And, man, did they do it with some authority.
Well, we need a stop here. There's no doubt. That's it's a crucial time in the ball game with 7:12 left here in the third quarter that the Gladiators can make a stop and try to get the ball back and put some points on the board.
So we'll just hope that young man's okay. And now he's up on his feet. Hey, boy, I think that was just a good old-fashioned guy's bell rung there is what happened on that play.
No doubt about it. All right, so Marist coming back out on the field. Gladiators in a tough spot here. It's 2nd and 15. Marist with the ball inside the Gladiator 50-yard line.
And let's see if the big defensive play by Statham puts a little life into that Clarke Central defense. Willis, he's on the 34. He's going to give to his up back, and he churns out about 6-7 yards and gets back to about the 28, 29-yard line.
This is where you really need the momentum swing. A big turnover would be huge right here for the Gladiators.
Well, they're going to mark it on the 27. So 3rd and let's call it 9, maybe 8.5. Willis under center, and everybody from Marist is crammed in there tight between the lines. 22, Gray in motion.
Fakes
Willis,
the fullback.
He wants to throw, and Gray out of the backfield. Completion. Oh, look at the stutter step.
Makes two
touchdown.
men make,
wow.
I mean, that young man, number 22, Gray King, is he's got some moves, and he makes the Gladiators look silly right there to go in for the touchdown.
You know, how do you not hit a guy that's just standing still? Touchdown, Marist.
Very good run after the catch on that play by Gray King.
So Marist extends their lead now to 29-13. And I tell you, the way they set you up on that pass, they just run. And then when they throw, it's like you done kind of forgot how to cover a pass play. Marist doing a great job mixing it up when they have to here.
And we've dug ourselves quite a little hole here now. So
Marist enjoying a 17-point lead, 30-13, 6:07 to go in the third quarter, and Clarke Central's got a mountain to climb now.
like Buster was just saying, 6:07 left here in the third. The Gladiators need to answer, and we need to answer quick. There's no doubt. Gladiators really need to put something on the board here. All right, on for the kickoff, number 11, Joey Gogol. Back deep again for the Gladiators, 28. Jelani Payne and number 6, Rodney Willingham. Got to field it cleanly. Last couple times down, Buster, on the kick, we've had trouble fielding the ball here a little bit.
Well, Marist is giving them a bunch of different looks on these kickoffs. They'll squib it. They'll kick it high. This time they end over end and a little bit of a flat kick. Received
by Payne.
And Payne's got a chance to break it. Oh, he almost broke it.
No, that was Willingham, actually, this
Okay,
time.
Willingham.
They switched places. Brought down by the kicker there, Joey Goble. So a big tackle there by the kicker.
And I'll tell you what, your back's against the wall now. You got to score here. You got to score and stop this bleeding. Clarke Central defense is probably a little tired.
Oh, there's no doubt. The defense has been out there a good bit here.
But I'll tell you, it's hard to feel sorry for them when you see all these Marist guys that's playing both sides of the ball. 6:01 to go, 30-13 our score. Gladiators trying to rally now. They're down by 17. Cameron with two guys to the left, one to the right. Shotgun. He rolls left, and the pressure's there by Marist, and it forced Cameron to get rid of the ball quickly and complete.
Everybody's friend Taboda with a good rush again.
Yeah, that guy, he's just a man among boys out there right now. He's a head taller, and he's a step quicker.
He came through unscathed on that play. Just that quick off the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 Gladiators, 5:56 to go, third quarter here.
Really need to put some points on the board.
It's not been a good second half so far. Cameron again, he'll drop back in the shotgun. Long count. Snap from White, and we give a little handoff to Willingham, who's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Just a good tackle right there by the Marist, number 62, Lot Gwynn. Just a good form tackle right there.
Well, and that's the thing you're seeing with Marist all night is the fundamentals, the blocking, the tackling. It's just the simplicity of football that they're doing so well, and got to give them credit. That's just great coaching. 30-13, 5:20 to go. Gladiators need something to happen. They need something to happen quick. We put Rodney Willingham to the left side of Cameron now. Cameron's going to drop, look, and he wanted to tuck it up and run, and he gets away. Cameron needs a block, and he got one. Beautiful crackback block by Denzel Maxson.
Yeah, Maxson
wow.
comes back. He might be good for a first down here, Buster. Let's see where they mark it.
Well, you know, Cameron's long and lanky. He stretched out on that last little step, and let's see.
I think he got it. I really do believe you think he got it.
Referee standing on about the 48 and a half. He needed to get to the 49. But a beautiful block by Maxey to make sure that happened.
How the heck he got out of there is the thing I'd like.
Yeah, he was all but dead in his tracks behind the line.
Looks like they're going to call official.
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
Oh, crack back there. They're going to call it. They made the call.
Wow. When did that become illegal? See, that was legal back in my day.
Well, I thought it was above the belt.
Yeah, it wasn't like he went below. He just popped him in the shoulder.
Well, okay, we're going to get the penalty, but it is going to be repeat third down.
Okay.
So we got another shot here. Boy, Coach Riles is livid.
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with that play, Chuck. I mean, I can agree with Coach Riles totally there. That was just a good block. The guy was coming back to protect his quarterback. So third and let's call it 6. Gladiators just past the 45-yard line, trying to get to the 50 or the 49, of Marist. Cameron. Marist again starts moving around. They've been doing it all night. Cameron wants to throw, and then he tucks it up and runs again. He's got a little bit of room. He may have, by the length of a football, he may have gotten it. Just dove past the 50-yard line on the big red and white sea at midfield.
He tried to dance around and make something of nothing instead of getting across that line of scrimmage, but I do believe he's got it with the spot. So
They may make a measurement.
Nah, they're calling the official, but that marker is on the inside of that hash.
Yep.
So it's, it's between the 49 and 50, and that ball is spotted past that. So, they're giving us the first down.
Well, we'll take it. We're down to 4:23 in the third quarter. We trail by 3 scores.
Now
There's 30, Clarke Central 13.
And that's something we didn't see a lot of last year out of Johnson, that he's going to have to do with this young team. He's going to have to do a little bit more of that this year.
Yeah, and Cameron's, he showed a knack for that in the scrimmage too. That he's gotten more comfortable tucking that ball up and running.
He just got to use his timing a little better, and he can't. I mean, he's waiting long enough to try to make a play downfield, but sometimes he's going to have to take the yardage that's given him.
So again, Gladiators stay in shotgun. Marist looked like they almost jumped. And Cameron again is going to take off with it, and that was dangerous.
Just about lost that ball, didn't he?
So it'll make it 2nd and about 7 for the Gladiators here as they approach the Marist 45-yard line.
Yeah, boys, number 17 put a hit on him. And
number 17, that would be Andrew Cully for the Warriors.
Oh, excuse me, 47 for them.
I'm sorry. 47.
Jason Morris. And then 19 came in for the tackle, the cleanup on Nick Carrier, of course. So got to be careful with that pigskin right now. We can't afford to give it up anymore.
Trips to the left side. Willingham on Cameron's left hip. We're just outside the 45 of Marist. We trail by 17. Cameron gives to Willingham, nothing doing.
No, number 33 came down. Michael Toner, scraping down the line of scrimmage, made a big play right there to the linebacker.
I tell you, it's almost like Chuck Marist has got to watch our offense for a half, and now it's just like they anticipate what's happening.
Know what's coming.
Yeah. So the adjustments that are so key in this game, Marist has done a great job.
Well coached. Very disciplined ball club.
As we said before, Alan Chadwick, the head coach at Marist, looking for his 300th career victory tonight in this 100th year of Marist football. Cameron, shotgun, rolls left, and he's going to get pressure. He gets rid of it. Complete. Dowdy tries to make a move.
Just not enough.
Not enough. It's going to be 4th and a long 3, maybe 4 yards. And that was Austin Johnson on the reception. I'm sorry.
We need Austin to step up.
So 4th and 4, and Riles almost has no choice here. You almost got to go for it.
Yeah, with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's we need some points. We need them bad. So here we are taking a chance.
Crowd trying to get into it a little bit now, trying to cheer a little life in these Gladiators. 4th and 4, the ball's just inside the Marist 43. We've got to get to the 39. Johnson looking for instructions, and Riles is going to call a timeout. Didn't like what he saw, and he's complaining to the ref about something.
Well, he got a flag down. I think we were worried about it was too much time. Delay a game, maybe?
Well, they're putting the flag back up, I think. Nope, delay a game. They got him. They got him. Boy, I'll tell you what, Riles ain't going to like that call.
Well, that's a situation where, young team and a lot of adjustments to be made, and here it is, 4th down and short, and you're trying to get people in the right position, and it takes too long.
And now 4th and 4 turns into a 4th and about 8.5, almost 9 yards now. So Clarke with their backs against the wall. Possibility of game on the line right here. Cameron's in shotgun. We've got trips to the right side. Willingham, our lone setback. And again, we do a lot of adjusting, and we're taking a lot of time. Cameron rushing through his signal calling here. We get the snap off, and boy, Marist was in there quick. Cameron had to rush that throw. Wow.
Absolute blitz right there.
So Marist stops our Gladiators again. And it'll be 1st and 10 Marist on their own, we'll call it 47-yard line.
Too much pressure on that young offensive line. They were not able to keep him out. So that puts us in a tough situation again for the defense.
Well, it looks like referee's calling an equipment timeout or something here. He was pointing to his mouth and then throwing his hands down toward the ground, so whatever that signal means.
A little update on the Northside Warner Robins Flowery Branch game. It's Flowery Branch 10, Northside Warner Robins 38.
Wow, that's 4 touchdowns.
Top of the 7th, Atlanta 5, Philadelphia Phillies 4.
And go ahead, Chuck.
In our NCAA football game over at the Georgia Dome, third quarter, getting ready to start. It's in the third quarter. Let me get an update here for you. It's 22-14, Tennessee over NC State.
Wow. Want to give a big shout out to our 2012 corporate sponsor, the Marist Center. They do a lot of work on these athletes here in Athens and Watkinsville. The Marist Center, a big corporate sponsor for the 2012 Clarke Central Gladiators and, of course, Clarke Central GITV. First and 10. Go ahead, Chuck.
Northside is really running it up on Flowery Branch.
Willis on a keeper off left guard. He picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards. And, Northside having their way with Flowery Branch at this point. They're putting it to them.
They got some big old hosses.
One of the biggest teams I ever laid eyes on. I kid you not.
Well, the Gladiator defense really needs to come up big here. We really need to try to get this ball back so we can turn the momentum here a little bit.
Willis under center for Marist. 57 seconds to go here, third quarter action. Marist has a 17-point lead. I tell you, he's just so elusive, isn't he, Chuck?
Yeah.
He just glides and slides. Is the best way I can describe the way he runs. It's nothing fancy. He just runs to the crease or the seam that he sees, and he breaks for the little bit of daylight you give him, and he moves them chains.
Yeah, he just scrapes off people. We're having trouble bringing him down. We're making some contact, but having trouble bringing him down. As you say, he is elusive. Of course, that Flowery Branch game is 38-7, not 38-10. We got a missed score on that earlier.
And Northside's down inside the 15.
15,
it looks like.
Yeah,
Wow.
they ran a punt back about 30, 40 yards, got inside.
Oh, and they're just picking up yardage in chunks. Region 8 5A taking it on the chin a little bit this opening weekend. Gainesville lost last night to West Forsyth. Got back in the game late, but they trailed 32-15 at half in that game.
And I think that's who Flowery Branch turns around and plays next week is West Forsyth.
Wow. Well, they might be staring at 0-2. Because I'm going to tell you what, West Forsyth, they were
very impressive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because that quarterback at Gainesville is all American, all pro.
And he was every bit of the Gainesville offense for sure last night. But then again, Clarke Central, taking their licks here against a very fine Marist team.
We need a turnover here. Something, we got to get the ball back here.
But Flowery Branch getting beat up by Northside Warner Robins. And the only team of the Big Four that's still kind of in one, Northgate leads Heritage 7-6 last we heard, but we have not gotten an update. So
21 seconds left here in the third quarter.
30-13, and Marist looks like they're going to want to start the fourth quarter on the other end of the field. So third quarter is going to end right there. Clarke Central trails by 17. We're going to take a short break, catch us a little water. This is GITV.
All right, we are back here high atop Billy Henderson Stadium here at Death Valley, Clarke Central High School. And the Gladiators are down 30-13 to the Marist War Eagles. We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Marist taking over 1st and 10 at the Gladiator 37-yard line.
So here comes Miles Willis once again. They got a man in motion. Willis keeps it, and we drag him down at the line.
Did a good job right there. 33 for the Gladiators. Cedric Armstrong scraping down the line of scrimmage, makes a big play.
I'll make it 2nd and 9 for Marist.
Need to stop here.
Gladiators have some weapons to get back in this thing, but we got to get that ball back.
Oh, they jumped.
Move. Yes,
they jumped.
sir.
Number 75 there, right tackle. Sage Harden giving us a little break there. I'm going to say that Harden name goes back there at Marist. I've heard that before.
Just a football program that's very rich in tradition. And I'm sure there's a lot of second and third generations when you've been playing for 100 years. Second down, let's call it 14 for Marist. They're on the Clarke Central 41.
Use big stop or turnover right here, Buster.
Now Clarke trying to do a little stunning. Might have been just the wrong line up there. I don't know. Here comes Willis, and we get behind the line.
Good job, Stovall right there coming up, shedding his block and making tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, Stovall drug him down with one arm.
Yeah.
It was all power there by Devon Stovall.
Big third down here. The Gladiators need to come up with a stop.
3rd and 16 for Marist. And here comes that 22 kid again, Gray King.
He is. He's been all over the place for him tonight.
And now the refs are wanting to talk to somebody. And I don't know.
The band. The band. They got to shut the band up.
Oh, gotcha. So they want to try to kill some of the enthusiasm here in the stands. And they're telling both bands. They're going over to the Marist side, too. There you go. So the drum beats have stopped here at Billy Henderson Stadium. And now we're back to whistles and pads are popping for sounds. King's in motion. And they give to the up back, and he gains a big chunk of yardage, but not enough for the first.
Yeah, the fullback on the play, 42, I think, for Ian Gibson. Brought down by number 17, Drico Statham. And that Flowery Branch score with 4:05 left in that third quarter over there, it's 45, Northside 1, Robbins, Flowery Branch 7.
And you said third quarter.
I did say third quarter, yes.
Wow. That's starting not to make the Clarke Central playoff score against them guys look so bad now. Marist on the line. Willis under center. Again, they're in that real tightly packed.
Oh, delay a game whistle on the play. So delay a game against Marist. So that's going to bring up 4th and 11. He's going to bring his punt team on now.
Clarke got a break. Now let's see if we can cash in. It's not impossible, but you got to have some quick strikes now.
Yeah, we got to get into the end zone very quickly.
They're going to put Willingham deep for the return. And I'm sure Marist will just try to pooch this thing inside the 10 or the 15.
Statham also back there. They're putting 2 back there. Looking for a fake possibly, but making sure they stand on the 10. Anything over their head, they want it to go into the end zone here, Buster.
Nice snap. High punt. It's going to fall around the 5, the 4, the 3, and Marist almost downed it, but it got into the end zone.
Good job by Willingham, though. He was watching that ball, knew it was over his head, and that Marist was down covering, but the ball hit quickly and rolled on into the end zone. So Gladiators take over at the 20. That's
all right. So a fresh set of downs here, Chuck. What we do? We got to get this thing back to where we can get ourselves a shot. So we got what? Run some deep pass routes here, or try to run some out of bound routes here.
Well, I think you got to move the ball down. I think you take what they give us, but you can't go deep all out right here on one play, and then you're coming back in your 2nd to 10. I think we need to get some yards and move the ball downfield.
Cameron looks to his right side, and he had a receiver breaking down the middle, but overthrew him. It looks like it was Dowdy.
Now there he was going for a 15-yard play downfield. That's okay because the guy, that was open just wasn't executed properly.
And again, I don't know if it's the pressure by the Marist defense or if Cameron's just rushing, but it seems like he's throwing the ball just a hair too early.
A little high or a little in front of him.
2nd and 10. Johnson, shotgun. He's getting instructions from the side. Now they're set for the play.
Here comes the blitz.
Yeah, they give it to Willingham. He may get outside.
There you go.
He can get a couple of blocks. Willingham to the 48 of Marist. Nice run, Rodney Willingham.
Ridden out of bounds by number 20, Grant Harrell for Marist. That's a big play. Now you can start taking some shots downfield.
Well, that's a 32-yard run by Willingham, and that goes with his 40-something back in the first half. He may be close to the 100-yard mark.
I think that'll get him over the 100-yard mark right there. He's a spark plug now, I'm here to tell you. So here we are lined up.
Willingham sitting at 99 yards, Chuck.
Johnson in the shotgun. Willingham in the backfield with him. Swapping sides.
Cameron looking, and he's going to go deep. He's got Drico Statham. Oh, he dove around the 4 and just went through his hands.
See, there's another play. I really, in that instance, would have liked to seen Cameron keep the ball.
Yeah, again, he looked like he had
picked
room.
up 10, 15 yards right there.
And I think the young man's just trying to make something happen. It's hard. And this is a position that Clarke Central's not familiar with, folks, when they're down by 3 scores in the 4th quarter. And, again, a learning curve here. You just got to, like Chuck said earlier, you got to take what they'll give you. And Marist appears to be letting the short stuff go and just trying to protect from getting burned on the home run.
Misquoted earlier on that Flowery Branch on the quarter. It was the 4th quarter, and that ball game's going to go final, 45-7. Northside Warner Robins over Flowery Branch.
Wow.
Now,
there Cameron, a good read there. Willingham would have been tackled for a loss, and Cameron did the correct thing. And
picks up 5 yards.
Yes, sir. Good job by Cameron Johnson. And, of course, the clock not being our friend now. It's becoming our enemy. 9:12 to go in the game. Clarke trails by 17. We're trying to mount a drive here.
Taboda and Morris on the tackle.
Ball is sitting on the 44, maybe the 43-yard line of Marist. Trips to the right. Johnson, shotgun. He's got Willingham on his left hip. High snap.
There it is.
We give to Willingham, and he squirts off right tackle for maybe 4 or 5. Before it's dragged down by number 34, I believe it is, from Marist, Griffin King.
And that play's been working tonight. I mean, you got a 71, big 71 for the Gladiators. He's just a sophomore. Johnson, I think it is, and Chris Jones, rather, excuse me. He's got to hang on to that block just a little bit longer, and that play goes for a first down in that instance.
So 4th and 4 here, or 3, let's call it 3. 4th and 3, Gladiators. Johnson throws to, in and out of the hands of the Clarke Central receiver. That was Dowdy.
Dowdy, yeah.
And it looked like he might have heard footsteps on that one.
Yeah, it was a good pass right there in his hands. Maybe a little high, but, you know, if he makes that catch, it's first down.
Yeah, you got to come up with that one.
Yep. Little difficult to take that one right there.
Marist gets the ball on downs, and it'll be 1st and 10 Marist with 8:03 to go. 30-13 our score. And it's been all Marist in the second half. It was 17-13 at halftime, and Clarke had a little momentum but has not been able to get it going. So 1st and 10 Willis here, and there might have been a fumble.
They were able to retain it if it did. So Marist, 2nd and 10. Watch it here on the oh yeah, the Willis does not come up with the snap and recovers his own miscue there. Marist back up the line in their whatever kind of bone you want to call it, a War Eagle bone?
Yeah, chicken bone. I guess that'd be a War Eagle bone.
Willis on the carry, picks up about 3. Brought down by Bug and Anukum and Stovall in there.
30-13, 7:07 to go, and Marist just taking their time now. It's 3rd and 6, and the idea here is just kill the clock.
Yeah, they're not, I don't think they're worried about making any big scores here right now. They just want to kill the clock. If they score, they score. And to the fullback that time, he's going to get the first down, number 42 on the carry.
I mean, you know, you had a chance to stop him. But you're right, Chuck. Number 42, Ian Gibson. Nice run. And the thing I've noticed about all these Marist ball carriers, they don't go down on the first lick.
No, they're north and south runners. And,
bruisers.
Yeah.
Bruisers.
And they're getting their yards, and what they get, they take, and they hold on to the ball. Paul Eckhart, number 48, on the tackle in that play.
So Marist will get 4 more downs. 6:23 to go in the game. Willis goes to his left side. He gets the up back, and I mean 5-6 yards off left guard.
Yeah, 34 on the carry for Griffin King.
Well, it's just such a chess match what Marist does. You know, they if you bunch it up in the middle, they're going to break it outside with Willis and his speed. If you try to cover the corners, they just pound you up the middle, and it's just like they must go up to the line making that read, and they've just executed to perfection here tonight, this running attack.
They've been running this same offense, Buster, for as long as I've been going over to watch them play. I've been over to Marist High School numerous times. Now they're lining up in the true wishbone.
Well, it just looks like the type of offense that wears a defense down.
No doubt about it. A lot of bodies leaning on bodies out there.
Yeah. So another Marist first down, and we're at the 5:30 mark in the game. And again, we had some chances. We just couldn't quite get some breaks. And then, of course, Marist had some things go their way early in the second half, and that's been the difference in this game. First and 10 Marist as the clock gets down to 5:13, 5:12. Willis just taking his time at the line now, and they send Gray in motion. And they give the up back for a little 2-3 yard gain. So the game starts off, or the season starts off, the 2012 campaign on a little bit of a bad note, but you know, we anticipated a good game here. We anticipated a good opponent, and Marist definitely lived up to all that hype. And we get to return the favor next year as we'll start the 2013 campaign at their place, Chuck.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And young team will be a year mature.
Well, and just, you know, a lot of tired guys out there on defense because they've been out there quite a bit. And, I mean, that's just the thing. Marist has just wore us down.
Well, that's the way they work it. They just like to grind all night long. well-coached team. Coach Chadwick's been running this offense, just forever. So
we're at the 4-minute mark in the game. Marist just trying to put this thing on ice. Willis, long count. King in motion. Willis gets met at the line for no gain.
Chica Newcomb playing well tonight. Glad to see Chica out there.
Well, good to hear his name. You're right, after the injuries he fought through last year, and that's a big guy at the linebacker position for Clarke Central, and he'll make some plays before this year's over. I can guarantee you that.
Here's end of the third quarter score: Berkmar 15, Duluth 8. Sandy Creek, this is final. Sandy Creek over Banneker, 52-6.
Well, another one of them state powers that just never seems to lose a beat, do they not? Sandy Creek.
And GAC wins over Savannah 31-8. And end of the third, Calhoun 28, Ridgeland 27. Good battle up there and north of Atlanta. Grayson is leading Miami Central 28-3.
Well, and Grayson #1 in the country in one poll, and then Central Miami Central #1 in another one.
That's
so
correct.
Somebody got the poll right. Was Grayson.
And of course, that final score: Flowery Branch 45, or Northside Warner Robins 45, Flowery Branch 7.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, them guys are for real. They're every bit of that #2 ranking, just behind Tucker.
Yeah. And Alatoona 45, Woodland 14.
Yeah, Alatoona in the top 20 as well in 5A.
Milton 21, Alpharetta 7. Just some scores that we're able to bring you here at GITV.
Well, we'll be bringing them to you all season long. We've
got a minute 54 left to go here.
We said it earlier, we've finally kind of figured this thing out a little bit after getting a year, getting our feet wet. And we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We'd love bringing these games to you. Marist now is just slowly, methodically killing this game. And it's going to be 3rd and about 4, and they may get off one more play, and they might be able to just let the clock run out. Let's see.
Drico Stadium and Stovall in there on the tackle on that play. Update on that Alatoona game, it's 45, Woodland 21.
We got a lot of Clarke Central guys with their hands on their hips and hands on their knees, and they are tired, Chuck.
Well, and they should be. I mean, this is a hard-fought ball game. This is tough going here against an offense like this, as well-run as this is. Willis on the carry, brought down by a Newcomb. And Armstrong also on the tackle. So
that's going to get us down to the 37-second mark, and I don't know if Marist will run another play if they have to, or if they're just going to let it in.
It's 4th down and about 4 or 3 rather, and I think they're going to they may run a play, but there's no intentions of scoring as far as Coach Chadwick's concerned. He
might just take a knee.
Killing the clock, yeah.
Eight seconds left. Clarke Central's going to start the year 0-1. Marist will move to 1-0.
And they're going to get the first down, and that's going to kill the clock as the Marist War Eagles come out ahead tonight of the Clarke Central Gladiators. Clarke Central High School 13, Marist War Eagles 30. As both teams come to center field to shake hands, and well-fought ball game, but Marist is very disciplined, very, very well coached, and
just very few mistakes. And I was just very impressed with so many guys playing both sides of the ball. How they just executed so flawlessly. And, this will be a game Clarke Central can build on. I mean, a loss is never a happy thing.
No, that's right.
But a loss can be a good thing to let you know where you got to go, where you got to get to. And Clarke Central will learn from this. And they, in high school football, you don't have a long time to dwell on it. You got to get moving. You got another game next Friday.
Well, exactly. I mean, we got to travel next week over to Central Gwinnett, take on the Black Knights. Of course, another non-region foe, but this is the type of ball game. Yeah, you got to learn from this, and you got to take out of it and learn and grow. Young men are growing up every week, so that's where we got to get to, and the goal is to get to the end of the season,
right,
playing for the championship.
Right. All this is preparation to get ready for region play, and like we said earlier, Flowery Branch took on Northside. Gainesville took it on the chin last night with West Forsyth. Heritage started off with playoff bound Northgate from last year. And they're playing these tough opponents because they know the grind and the gruesomeness of that region schedule that's coming up.
Yeah.
So, final score again here from Billy Henderson Stadium: Marist 30, Clarke Central 13. I'll take a short break. I'm gonna get me some water. Just want to say out there, everybody in GITV land, thanks for listening. This is GITV. Chuck, once again, just a hard loss, hard pill to swallow, whatever phrase or whatever saying you want to use here. It's never fun to lose. And Marist showed us what big boy football is all about, did it not?
Oh, here they're a traditional power. Been playing for 100 years, as you said earlier. It's a program that is, these kids are well coached. And they showed it tonight. They're a top 5 team in the state, and came in here and taught Clarke Central a little bit of a lesson, and that's okay as long as Clarke Central learns from the lessons and grows from it. That's all you can ask of a team. We're taking on the tough challenge. We knew this was a tough ball game, and that's what you try to learn from. So.
Well, once again, Clarke Central will be back on the field next Friday as we travel to Lawrenceville. Game number 2 against the Central Gwinnett Black Knights. We'll probably come on there about 7 o'clock. Game time kickoff will be at 7:30. We're hoping to be able to bring you that live via the internet. It'll depend on what kind of signal, if we can get a hot spot up there in Lawrenceville. If we can't, we will definitely upload the game in its entirety on demand. And that would probably take place within 2 to 3 hours after the completion of that game. So be sure to check us out. Try to start tuning us in on around 7 o'clock. The athletic director at Central Gwinnett has gave us his word. He's going to accommodate us every way possible to try to get that game up. And that's just one of them things, Chuck, we won't know till we get there if we've got a signal. But, we got told last year at Salem, hey, you ain't got no hot spot here. You can't get Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
And we broadcast the whole game live. So you just never know.
No doubt about it. We're going to do, and this is a new Central Gwinnett is, of course, a new venture for us. We haven't been there in years. And going to the castle over there, the press box, to take on the Black Knights. That'll be a 7:30 game start on September 7th. And, of course, Buster and I will be on the air at 7 o'clock. And we also invite you all to check us out on Wednesday night for the Leroy Riles Show and the Football Forecast Show right here on GITV. So, Buster, I'm going to turn it over to you and thank you all for joining in on us tonight.
Yeah, well, for Chuck Wegman, I'm Buster Crumpton, our cameraman, Charlie Harris, and Alan Waller, engineer Chris Crumpton. We just want to say thank you for tuning us in. Final score once again, Marist 30, Clarke Central 13 in our 2012 season opener. Join us next week as we will be at Central Gwinnett up in Lawrenceville. For Chuck Webb and I'm Buster Crumpton. So long, everybody.